20 to 30 is the answer.
20
So we'll look at the options.
20 to 40, sorry.
20 to 40.
Correct. The volume plot shows the
20 to
the
30.
distribution of the data, and in this 20 to 40 range, the distribution is higher. So most of the passengers' age lie in this range only. So 20 to 40 should be the correct answer.
Also the line there itself is showing you a box plot kind of thing, right? Horizontal box.
Correct. Here,
Yes.
the maximum data is lying here in the range of 20
First
to 40.
quartile and third quartile.
Now,
Ma'am, what is the nose part of this violin?
this part,
Yes. Why this
I think it's
plot?
just showing the distribution, like up to
Okay,
80.
so
It's very
this gives us information about the distribution of the data. also.
distribution of the values.
And this is the main difference between box and violin. Okay.
Right.
And what seems the range over here in this question? It is below range of age.
0 to
See,
80,
these are
no?
the ranges. Here, 0 to 80 is the complete range.
But it has start okay. 0 to 80. Or
And
it is going beyond 80 as well.
It's
But can
not
we
like
interpret
it's not
it
fixed 0 to 80. It's not fixed here. It's a kind of a dummy plot, but it's just a graph where scales are not properly
Okay.
there's a gap of 20 to 20.
Ma'am, interquartile ranges can be is visible from this. Huh? That inside
For
black
that,
box.
we have proper box plot for that purpose.
Okay, we cannot say it here. Okay.
Yeah, because we cannot properly measure it here, but we can see that distribution is higher in this range and it's getting somewhat lower when we are growing, when the age is growing.
No, but visually, if you look at it, the line in the middle,
that is IQ.
that's giving you the clue.
Interquartile.
It is kind of the box plot, in horizontal instead of vertical.
Yeah, but we can see the outliers and all.
I was just asking if the questions comes like if you can interpret this IQR from this violin plot or not. What should we mark?
Oh, if they are asking for the IQR, they'll definitely give you a box plot because it's more visible there, and it will be well labeled also.
Okay, yeah.
All right. The next question is, which of the following SQL objects can help you reduce, expand, or generate feature representations?
Okay. All next. So we get the answer. Yeah.
That is the estimator.
Transformer.
What estimator?
Yeah.
No. This.
What is why not transform?
No, transform, the data will be, whatever the feed I'm doing, that will be transformed to the actual data.
Okay.
Transform and feed transform, feed underscore transform will do the feed and transformation of the data.
Yeah.
It's none of this because future selection and future that things had to expand and polynomial transformer is also there. It's maybe transformer or none of this.
Correct. No. Anyone else wants to try?
How will they reduce using transformer? That is my doubt only. I think that.
Transformer is anything that is transforming our features. If we want to, if we are reducing, if we are scaling, let's say we are scaling the features, or we are doing any kind of transformation to our features, we'll using transformer. Right?
Yes, feed transformer.
An estimator is for the modeling part.
Yes.
When we are dealing with the feature, let's say feature engineering or anything, we'll be using transformer.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Let's check the answer. It should be transformer only. Correct. The correct answer is 3, transformer.
So that this is exactly that actually.
Correct.
They are asking.
All right. Now, tell me the answer for this.
So all data points. That is something.
First, util bunch.
Bunch.
Maybe what I understood was when I heard
It is first.
it's a
Like,
Okay. Now, load. If return x or x and y was set to true, it will give us a tuple. But return x y is set to false, which means it will give us a bunch.
is also a feature.
Okay.
That is what how I understood.
Can you repeat it? If it is true, return x underscore y, that should be tuple. Otherwise,
Then we
if it is-
it will be a tuple, and then we'll, instead of data, we'll specify x and y there.
okay.
X will contain all the features and y will contain the target vector.
Okay, that should
In
be
this
true.
case, when it returns a bunch, if I want to access the features, it is bunch data.data, right? And,
Yeah.
And y would be data.target.
No, that's when we're doing as frame equals true. If you want it in the form of data frame, that then we can use as frame equals true. And if you want it in the form of an ND array, like a tuple of 2 ND arrays, then it has to be return xy equals true.
One question with related this: if here is as frame is true and return xy is also true, then what will be the answer?
If as frame is set to true,
And return xy is also true.
Then it's a NumPy with a data frame.
Yes. this
yeah,
is the-
no,
but some-
as frame will give a data frame, but return xy equals true will not be applicable there.
Okay, ma'am. Means no. Sometimes maybe sir is used somewhere. I see that.
Yeah,
Means as the frame is also true and return xy is also true.
correct. Then we get both the bunch and the data frame as well. Like data.data will give us
when both are true, it will give X as a feature matrix and Y as a target.
y is the target vector.
Yeah, it will give differently.
Okay.
Now, can you go on the previous question for a bit?
Previous question.
Yes, this one.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm taking the screenshot.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then we have what will be the shape. You just solve this question. Give me a second.
So what is the answer for this?
I think it is the last one, 1006 and 1000. But y is a vector. I think it is 1006. Where's this algebraic?
Okay.
Manipulation.
Yeah. So what is the answer?
Last option.
Last option. Correct. Because like j is set to 1000, I is set to 6, Now X, forget this 2. Just remember this np.random.randn will give us J, which means 1000 values that are normally distributed, and how many 1000 rows and 6 columns. Okay, this is what np.random.random will do. Then Y and np.random.random will give us 1000 values with which are normally distributed. Okay, so for this, the correct option should be 1006 and 1000. Correct.
Just out of curiosity, what will the value of y actually be in this case? Because it is 6 plus 3 multiplied, I can understand. So it is multiplying with a vector. So it will be in every element multiplication, right?
Will be multiplied by 3, and then every 6 will be added to the
Okay. So
6
it's an element
will be
So
y.
added to every element.
it will not make any change in the elements. The operation that we are doing to multiply and 6.
No,
It
the
will not
values
make
will
any
change.
change.
The values in the array will change. But the
The
dimension
shape-
will be the same.
Okay, the shape will be the same. Okay, got it.
Right?
Yeah. So the next question now, which of the following options is likely to be correct output of the following code snippet? Import numpy is np. Then we are doing max absolute scalar. This is the array. We are reshaping it to -1 1. Then we are using fit transform 1. This x. Okay. Now what should be the answer to this?
So is reshape giving a 2D array, is that correct? What does this reshape do?
This reshape will convert this array. It will convert it into something that will just have one feature, one column. Okay, and how many rows you can calculate, which is 5. So it's basically saying that reshape it to 5 is 5 comma 1.
It is first.
Okay, let others also answer. What do others say?
Ma'am, first every number divided by 21.
Right. So we'll be taking the maximum absolute value out of this array, which will be absolute value of -21, which is 21, and then divide every value of this array by 21. So this way, the last element will be -1 only, and 3 divided by 21 will be 0.1428 something. Okay. So this is how we do this question. Any doubts?
Ma'am, why we are taking 21? So that is
Because it's the maximum absolute value in this array.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, got it.
Okay, what is the role playing by reshape? -1.
This array is for now is like we're converting the shape into 5:1 for 5 comma 1, which means 5 rows and 1 column.
Okay, okay.
For in this ND array contains just an array with 1 2 3 4 5 values.
Yeah,
Okay?
I got it.
Which means
-1
it is
means
1 comma 5. But we are converting it into 5 comma 1. Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Now, question 7. In this figure, what are the names of classes arranged in increasing order of the median values?
Second.
Third, second, first.
Second.
Second option.
Alright, so the second option should be correct because we want to arrange it into increasing order. So yeah, the lowest will be for third. It will be better for the second class and highest for the first class. Correct.
Ma'am, above question, we are able to compare it because everything is in same scale, no, ma'am, 0 to 80, that's why. Otherwise, we can't do that.
0 to 80 is not the scale. Here we can see that the first class is having all the values between 0 to 80, but this is how we've made the graph. We could have made it from 0 to 100 and nothing after 80, like nothing between 80 to 100.
I thought we scaled all the first, second, third to 0 to 80.
No. We are comparing it. Everything on the is on the same scale right now. These are just classes, like how age, like people with age 10. How many people belong to the class third and second and first? This is what we are comparing here. Median value, it is the this middle part of this box plot. So this is how we compared it, right? So okay, now answer this. From sklearn.metrics, import max error. We have y true, y predict, and yeah.
5.
What about others? 5? Right. So the correct answer is 5 because we're talking about the max. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 6 option is correct and 5 is the correct answer. Why? Because we're talking about the maximum error that is being produced between y true and y pred, which is 7 minus 2, that is 5.
Okay.
Right? Now, next up we have which of the following is likely to be the correct output of the following code. So linear model, CLF is linear model dot rich with alpha equals 1. We have y, we have x, we have y. We're fitting the classification model. These are all the parameters, and we have to predict the score. So what should be the value of score here?
Five by 6.
0.96, I think.
What about others?
Ma'am, it should be R2 score, right, ma'am?
0.6.
Correct.
0.96.
Right. Dot score and R2 score are the same thing. Like
Minus
this
infinity to
scoring
1.
parameter here. So yeah, correct. So 12, 29 cannot be the answer. No evaluation metrics mentioned here. No. Dot score means R2 score. So C cannot be correct. So then we know that range of R2 score is between 0 to 1, which means that 0.96 should be the correct answer. There's no, like, we are not calculating anything here. We're just looking at the options and
So you in such questions you won't give two decimal options, right? Let's say if given
correct.
0.96
Correct.
and
We have to look at the options. They're not expecting us to calculate anything. They're just expecting us to know the range of the scoring parameter that we're using.
So we don't have to calculate anything over here. Just
Yeah, no, nothing to calculate.
I think they're just trying to test if we know what
We
is the
know
range
the
for an
range of. Which of the following is likely to be the correct output of the following?
Ma'am, for the above question, if you want to do calculations for R2 score, how to proceed, ma'am, with the given data X and Y?
1 second. First of all, we cannot do it because we are taking ridge regression here, and alpha is like there are a lot of parameters here such as tolerance, max iter. Like max iter is going up to 1000, right? So we cannot calculate the y predict here manually.
Read this having closed normal equation, no, ma'am? Normal equation.
Yeah, but there's nothing to like do manual. We are not supposed to do anything manually here because things go up to 1000 iterations and all. So they're just expecting us to know the range of the scoring. First of all, we should know what dot score means. Dot score means R2 score, and then we should know the range of R2 score, which is 0 to 9. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, okay, solve this question now.
2.5.
What 2.5?
No, 2.2, 2.2 something. Yeah. 2.75, sorry.
That is second option.
Correct. And why is this third feature here?
Add indicator is true.
Correct. So since the add indicator is true, and yeah, add indicator is true, which means that we're adding an indicator wherever the value was not present, which is here 1. And the average of 3, 5, 1, and 2 will be 2.75. Right?
Ma'am, can you please explain it? I'm not getting it.
See, we have data here in which the last column, the last row has
Okay,
a null
missing.
value.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we have strategy equals mean, which means that in place of null value, we'll be imputing the mean of this column, which is 2.7.
So mean of
3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 divided by 4.
3 plus
Mean
2
of all the values
plus,
present.
I mean mean for the first value 2, 4, 7 or the second 3 plus
3
5.
plus
Okay.
second because the column value is missing for second column, second feature. So we'll be doing 3 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 divided by 4, which is 2.75.
Mhm.
And since the add indicator is said to be true, we are adding another feature here, which will be 0 wherever null value was not present, and it will be 1 wherever null value was present.
Ma'am, for calculating mean, we divide it by number of data, no ma'am? Total number of data.
No. For like if out of 5, 4 values are present, divided by 4, divided by the number of values that are present. You are calculating mean with.
So 11 by 4.
Sorry, what?
So we are doing just 11 by 4.
Yeah, we're just doing 11 by 4. 2.75.
So the answer is second.
Yeah, the answer is second. Second option. Question 11. This is the data. This is the array that we're given. Polynomial features. Degree 2 interaction only equals true. Data dot reshape to 2, 2, and yeah, okay, solve this question.
First,
Okay. What about others?
The background is very high.
Yes, first option, ma'am.
Sorry.
The background noise is very high.
Okay.
What is interaction only, ma'am? So x, y like that, x square, y square. Hello?
Okay. So what should be the answer? Is it better than the noise?
first. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the first option should be correct.
How first is coming out correct?
1 second.
Please explain this, ma'am. We don't know. I don't know how to solve this.
Okay. See, we have NP dot array, which is 5, 7, 2, and 1. Okay. We are using this polynomial. We're using this polynomial features. Okay. And in this polynomial features, we have set interaction only to true. Okay, remember this. Now, data dot reshape. We are reshaping the data in 2 into 2 shape. Okay, which means two features and two features and 2 rows. Okay, so our data will be divided like 5, 7, 2, and 1 in 2 rows. Okay, 5, 7, 1 row, 2, 7, 2, 1, 1 row, another row.
So
Okay.
x1, x2, and x1, x2 multiply, right?
Huh?
X1, x2, because their degree is 2, right?
Yeah.
So x1
We're
and
taking
x2
x1,
will
then x2,
and
then
into
x1, x2,
x1, x2, yeah.
along with a bias,
Bias.
because include bias is set to true
Okay. And
by default.
that's why the
So
first character is 1.
yeah, the first value will be 1 for the first feature. It will be 1, and then we'll be having x1, x2, and then x1, x2.
So
Okay.
it is true. It is always true that 1 will come over here in the bias.
Yeah. One will
Oh.
always be there in the bias. We
Oh.
can choose to not include it by using setting include bias equals false.
Okay.
Okay. So the next
If
question.
above question, ma'am, if degree equal to 3, then we need to consider for x y square, y x square, all those interactions.
Correct.
Only we will remove x and y as it is, right?
X square and y square. Here we are removing x square and y square.
Okay, ma'am.
Why are we removing x1 square, y1, x1 square, x2 square?
Because interaction only is set to true. When interaction only is set to false, we include everything, every possible combination. But when interaction only is set to true, then we are not taking the interaction of the particular feature with itself, which is, let's say if it is x1 and x2, and x1 will be taken, x2 will be taken, x1, x2 will be taken, but x1 square and x2 square will not be taken.
Squares don't know. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now, from sklearn.linear model, CLF is linear model dot lasso, alpha is 0.1, CLF dot fit, okay, and linear model dot lasso. All right. Fit intercept equals true. Okay. Now, what should be the answer for this? Correct. Like we are printing the CLF dot coef, which means the coefficients for each feature.
It's given error, ma'am,
Error by?
because we not mention the value of y in its x.
Why?
comma
No,
y.
we are mentioning it. This is an array which has like this 310 is 1 row, 221 is 1 row, and 132 is 1 row. This is the feature matrix. Here 251 is another value, which is the y vector.
Yes.
So what should be the answer for this?
First option. Option first.
Okay.
Yeah, first, because the 3 weights, right? The coefficient of the
Right. We have to see that since we are finding the value of coefficients, there will be 3 coefficients because of 3 features, and the first option contains the values for 3 weights, the 3 feature
But
coefficients.
intercept is true, na ma'am. So it's
intercept
offsetting.
But so no, we are just printing the coefficient, right?
Yes.
We're printing the intercept.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
The answer
Again,
is
we are not calculating over here. Anything over here? Go in question number 12.
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
not-
we're again not calculating anything here. We're
We
just
just-
looking if the number of coefficients are matching the number of features that we have here.
And in this
Ma'am,
question,
same question I see, but there is an error. I mean, just show answer. Just click yes. Option. Okay.
Ma'am, in this question, intercept will be 0, right, ma'am? Because we are fitting it.
1 second. Fit intercept true. No, it will not be 0. It will be something.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
If fit intercept is set to false, then it will be 0.
say it again. If intercept is equal to false, will the answer affect that?
No, answer will not be affected.
Yeah.
CLF dot intercept, if we are printing CLF dot intercept underscore, then it will get affected.
You just mentioned that if fit intercept is true, then there will always be an intercept value. Can't it be
Right.
0?
Can be 0. We're just talking about if we're setting fit intercept to false, then it will be definitely 0.
Yeah, then you're not even considering it. Right? So your starting
Yeah, we're not.
equation itself is different.
Right.
Okay.
Madam, what is the default value if mention fit intercept is always true or false?
It's always true.
Okay.
Okay. Now here sklearn dot metrics import R2 score. Yeah, you have to calculate it because the options are very close. The range of the option is very small, so you will have to calculate this.
Which lecture everyone? Which 2.25 is taken as one. If it is 2.25, then it will be the next greatest.
Ma'am, R2 square is we need to find the covariance and standard deviation, all those things, right, ma'am?
Yeah, there is a simple formula given in the slides, if you remember.
Don't remember, ma'am.
Does anyone remember the formula?
Yes, ma'am. It's 1 minus u by v upon v. And u is the square error and v is that.
Right. So this is not the this is here they're expecting you to know the formula and then calculate the R2 score. So for R2 score, you will be subtracting the expected value, that is the predicted value from, like, the formula is 1 minus the difference between the true value and the predicted value squared divided by the difference between the true value and the mean.
There is variance of y true.
Y true, correct.
Say it again. Please don't disturb, please. Kindly say the formula, please.
It will be 1 minus then the sum of I'm not talking about sum. If it is in the vector form, then it is y true minus y predicted squared divided by the y true minus the mean, then squared. You can look at it in this slides, because that's the most there's a slide dedicated to the sklearn.metrics module, and a lot of formulas are given there. You need to remember those formulas and then calculate if something comes up like this. Okay. I suggest you to read all the slides before if you're preparing for the quiz, read all the slides, because some important formulas are given there and you need to know them before solving such questions.
Slides, you mean the metrics one?
This is week 3, huh? This is week 3, right? I'm sorry.
I guess.
Hello?
Yeah, it's week 3.
3. Yeah, this is 0.83.
Okay, let's check.
0.95.
0.95. Yeah, the correct answer is 0.95. Whoever calculated it using that formula, he would have been 0.95. I'm not calculating it right now. You can do it. You can take the screenshot and then solve it using formula.
No, that square root, I didn't do that. Okay, anyway.
One second.
Now, this is the question after the inspection of 200 schools. The inspection team issued a statement that revealed that
Okay. So, is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Not ma'am, we need to. Can you calculate it or just show how?
All right. Okay. So, what should be the difference between? Okay, let me calculate. I don't have that pen tablet right now.
Yeah, actually, y true and y plate difference is 2. 3 minus 1 square and 1 minus 0 square. These two are 0.
Yeah, so 1 square plus 1 square, it will be 2. Okay, so 1 minus 2 upon
Divided by
yeah, so y
summation
true
of
is what?
summation of true. So it is 12.
Is it 12?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 minus, what's the mean for this? Okay.
Mean is 4.
Okay. Minus 1. Okay, it's 12, right?
Yeah, 12 by 4, yes. 2 by 4 equal to 2 by 8 equal to 0.25. If I do the square root, then 0.05. 1 minus 0.05 is equal to 9.5.
Right, so have you calculated this, right?
Yeah, I calculated mine.
Okay, so who's asking me to calculate it? You were only asking me.
No.
We'll check that formula and do the calculation.
Okay. I thought you're okay.
Please move ahead, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. One hot encoder, handle unknown equals ignore, red, white, orange. 1, 2, 2. Okay, now what should be the answer for this?
Yeah, correct. If I say it is comparing grade A, the whole grade, then what kind of charts most suitable? Yeah, correct.
Option C, ma'am. Third option.
Answer this question. Given number of awards.
Okay, what option?
Third option. 3.
Third option. Okay. What about others?
Yeah, third option.
Third option.
Okay, but how third option? We are doing one hot encoding, right? So
Fourth option.
how is it?
Ma'am, second only I got. Second option, right?
No, the correct answer should be fourth option. Okay. I'll explain.
Even the 1 and 2 should be transformed to
1 also should be encoded. I thought for integer we don't do, only for categorical I thought. Okay.
So here red, white, orange will be 3 categories, and 1 and 2 will be 2 other categories. Okay. So for the first row, red and 1 will be true, which means 1 0 0 1 0. Here. Similarly, it's white and 2 for the second row, and orange and 2 for the third row. Get it?
Ma'am, what is the impact of handle underscore unknown ignore?
1 second. I'm explaining. So handle unknown equals ignore means, let's say we are having 3 categories, red, white, and orange in our train data set. Okay. After some, let's say in the test data set, we get some category which is blue. Okay, so this one hot encoder won't be knowing about this new category. So and it will show an error. So to ignore, to overcome that error, we are using handle unknown equals ignore, which means that if there is some unknown quantity, some unknown category in the test data, the one hot encoder should ignore that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So let's move on to the next question. Okay.
Can you just explain the fourth one, ma'am? The answer for the fourth one? How the
Fourth question.
for the earlier one, no, ma'am. For the earlier one, fourth option, how is the correct value? How is it the answer?
See, after using one hot encoder on this, there will be 5 categories. One is red, then white, then orange, then 1 and 2. Okay. So in the first row, red and 1 is present, which means that first value, the first feature, then the fourth feature, which is 1, will be correct, will be present, right? So we'll have 1 over there and 0 on all the other places.
But we use one hot encoder for the categorical, right?
Huh?
One hot encoder, we generally use the categorical value, right? Not the numeric value to convert into
But
the.
here the values are repeating, right? See.
But it's 10010, right?
Yeah, 10010.
Like for red, we are given 1. But the second one is how the second one.
See, one thing, the first question is that why are we using 1 and 2 as categories? Because we are nothing is specified here, right? We have not specified anything. We're using one hot encoder on entire X vector, correct? So we will consider 1, 2 and 2 as categories. Since 2 and 2 belong to the same category, it will be a different category, and 1 will be a different category. Okay.
That's why
Now,
it allocate two cell only for the numbers.
Huh?
But 1, 2,
allocate
2
two
are the
columns for
numbers.
numbers. It
Yes.
allocate only two columns for the numbers.
Yeah, only 2 columns for 3 numbers, which is 1 and 2. Wherever 2 is present, it will mark 1 there. Okay.
What
Now,
code will change if you want third option?
we won't get third option anyway because we're
No,
using one hot encoder.
what changes we need to do in the code to get third option?
Okay,
You can't get the third option anyway.
No, there should
Because
not be any same number. Suppose 1, 2, and 3, then it will allocate
No, if it is 1, 2, and 3, it will create 3 categories, which is 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3.
Yeah, that he is asking. I mean, what
And
change
whenever
I
3
made?
is, you cannot get the third. Okay, I thought the third option in the question.
No.
No, you cannot get third option because 2 is written there and 2 we're doing one hot encoder.
My question is not to treat this 1, 2, 2 as a category.
Then you use
For that, you will have to
transformer.
just use fit transform on the first column of first feature of X.
Ma'am, can you just explain, ma'am? You were explaining and that discussion took off the tangential. Can you just explain, ma'am, the fourth one? You were explaining how the fourth one is correct.
Yeah, it is fourth because, okay, we'll go column wise. Okay, one hot encoder will move column wise. So first column has 3 values: red, white, and orange. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So it will create another different feature which is red, white, and orange. These 3 features will be created. Then it will move to second column, which is this 1, 2, 2. And looking at these values, it will create 1 and then 2. Okay. So now in total we have 5 features, 5 new features. Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wherever in the row it's red, it will put 1 there, and if it is 1, then it will put 1 in the place of the feature which is said to be 1. So here in the first row we have 1 0 0 1 0, which means that in the place of, since red and 1 is present in the first row, red in the place of red there will be 1. So white is not there, so 0. Orange is not there, so 0. 1 is there in this first row, so we are putting 1 here, and then 2 is not present in this row, so we are putting 0. You get it now?
Okay, okay, yes, ma'am. So for the second one, white is there, so that's why second is 1, and 2 is there, the last one is 1. Okay.
Correct, because white is there, we'll be using 1 on in the place of white,
Yes.
and 2 1 in the place of 2. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So the next question is this. Okay. What should be the answer for this?
The question is wrong.
Option A, I think.
The first option.
Okay. First option. See,
Yes, first option, because that is the only SGD regressor.
right. So we want learning rate as to be optimal. So in the first and the last option, it is optimal. But linear regression has no parameter called learning rate. So the third option is eliminated here.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Moreover, linear regression is not imported.
exactly, the linear regression is not imported here. And okay, this is one error, but linear regression has no learning rate, right? So
Yes.
this is that's why the first answer should be correct.
Yes.
Let's check. Yeah, option 1 is correct. Okay. Now the 16th question is this.
The linear regression is given as a variable, just a name, right? It's not the function actually. That's why I got confused.
In the third option.
No, in the first option, it is just like a variable name. It's not the
Yeah, it's
actual.
just a variable name.
So it's not
The function we're using is SGT regressor. It's just a variable name.
okay.
Yeah. Now the 16th question: which of the following code blocks will correctly return array of feature variable? Okay, now answer this. And give me a minute.
Array of feature variables.
I think data, right?
Fourth one.
Second and fourth.
Second and fourth.
Yeah, second one as well.
Fourth is also correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we want feature variable, right? Array of feature variables.
Second and
So
fourth.
here in the load first option, we are not mentioning anything. In the second option, second option is correct, right? Data.data. Then load iris x and y. This is also not correct because this is not the correct way to write it. And in the fourth option, return x, y is true. X and y will contain the feature variables and the target variable. So yeah, fourth option should also be correct. Let's see the answer. Yeah, second. Yeah, second and fourth. Okay.
You must, I'll advise you to take a screenshot.
Is it fine?
That's right.
Okay, now this next question.
Consequence is correct.
A and C,
By default.
non-proliferation class.
What is a non-proliferation?
Means they are not.
So the
They can.
first three are correct, I think.
Yeah, sensible default is there is.
Also, there are not that many classes, and the methods are all consistent. Yeah. I think it uses a lot of inheritance also.
Okay, so okay, so first three options should be correct, right?
Mhm.
I mean, second and third for sure. First one, not sure completely.
But sure it means.
Okay, so the first, second, and third options are correct.
So why is the first one correct? I mean, it seems very subjective.
Non-proliferation of classes, right? It's kind of subjective, and
Very subjective, in fact.
not everyone is on the same page with this question. So it is kind of subjective, right? So the second and the third option are completely like we can agree on this.
Yeah, consistency because of the naming nomenclature and the methods that are there for all the classes. That
Yeah, but we cannot also class deriving from the Python class, right?
Yeah, we can't.
Our professors never shows that example. If it is possible.
Sorry, what was that?
Actually, Python class to your class, professor never shows that things. So it's not possible.
The classes are not inherited from somewhere. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, I went through the slides, ma'am, today.
Okay.
After,
And
so there they written. Actually, they are using the pandas and the numpy classes here in SQL.
No,
Panda. New
no,
classes
no.
in the SQL.
Yes.
Oh, but that is for manipulating the data set.
No. Skit, right? Skit library. sklearn.
Yeah.
sklearn library. Not talking about the NP or NumPy or other things.
No,
Yeah, we're talking about sklearn library.
Yes, ma'am. In sklearn, actually, some data are in the NumPy and pandas classes. They are using the same as it is. They are not introducing new classes other than what we know so far. That is meaning.
No,
you're right. They're not introducing any new data types or any. I mean, they're using existing ones and existing classes, but they're creating classes for the new method, for the new techniques and all.
No, they may create for the next version, but you cannot derive your own class from any one of the class. That's why it is saying non-proliferation of classes. You can't.
Okay.
So that's the main issue. You cannot inherit it.
How do you restrict the Python class from being inherited?
No, that can be done.
Okay.
That can be done. There are many C++ and other things that can be done.
Well, not C++. I'm saying Python because this is all Python, right? So what you mentioned that you cannot derive a class from any of the SQL.
Okay.
How do you
in behind C++ and other things are implemented? So if they restricted that class not to be inherited, then you can't. Right.
Do I need to solve this question?
Okay.
It's not that the Python
we're all using the standard Python strings and NumPy arrays and everything. So that there is no
but Ashim's point is
proliferation of
valid. I mean, earlier I mentioned that non-proliferation of classes is subjective, but based on what Ashim just said, it is not subjective. I mean, because the way the SkyKit
okay.
is designed, you cannot inherit from those classes, so you cannot go and proliferate classes. So the classes
We
are
cannot
the
proliferate this framework.
Hey, thanks, Ashim. That was useful.
Thank you for this explanation.
And what is the last option, proportion? So what does that mean?
By proportion, I guess I don't think that carries any meaning
So it
here.
is just to confuse.
No, like see, we can see that sensible default consistency and this non-proliferation is something that we can think about. With proportion is not like this is nothing is mentioned about this.
Right. Okay.
Proportion can be anything, so this does not carry any meaning here.
Okay.
What is how many questions are left? 18, 20. Okay. Go through the following code block. Which of the following can't be the correct output for the given code block? Okay, go through this, and then they're asking results.intercept, which means that you need to find the value of the intercept that will be there after fitting this ridge regression here. With CV here.
0. It's 0.
Okay. Everyone agrees because fit intercept is set to false here. You're not fitting the intercept, so the intercept value will be 0.
Can't be the correct answer, right?
Can't be the answer. Which of the following can't be the correct output? Okay, yeah, so except for 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, yeah, other 3 will be the answer. So yeah, 2, 3, and 4. Okay?
Yes.
Now, this is the same question, I guess, that we discussed about n splits.
The
Right?
same question is repeated.
Okay.
As it is repeated.
No, because there it is splitted. No, here it is not splitted. That target and it is different.
Yeah, one minute.
This is the same question.
Same.
Actually, the non-proliferation of class that can be restricted by using the sealed class, sealed keyword.
Okay.
Okay,
All
please
right.
go ahead.
Thank
Please
you.
go ahead.
Okay, so this is the same question, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I guess the questions, like the question which that the person showed me, I just shuffled in different shifts. Or maybe the question is repeated. I don't know. We're doing the
Ma'am, one question over here. If we initiate k equals 0, so in that case, number of split as number of split is 5, so answer should
it
be
will
5,
be 5.
right?
The answer will be 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, go through the code snippet given below and answer the given sub-questions. Import numpy as NP, SDT regressor, make pipelines. Number of samples has to be 18, features 4. Then RNG will be some random state. Okay. X, Y, then SDT regressor with some parameters. Then reg.quif. Or it's the similar kind of question, like, okay, what should be the answer?
First.
Correct. First should be the answer because we have 4 features and each feature will have a coefficient. So it's the form in which the answer output is presented to us. It cannot be any of these 2 options, which is B and C. So it has to be 1. Okay. We're not supposed to calculate anything. We're just looking at the output. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, okay, this question. Okay, what should be the answer for this question?
Ma'am, can you please answer explain that question?
This question,
No, the
previous
21.
one,
This one.
21, 20. Okay.
20 years.
So here we are having, we are importing NumPy, then we are importing SGD regressor, then make pipeline. N samples will be 18, okay, which means 18 rows and 4 columns. Okay, RNG, which means np.random state 0, will be generating some random values. Okay, y will be which are normally distributed. Okay, rand n means normally distributed values. Okay, 18 values, right? For x, we'll be generating randomly normally distributed random values. Okay, 18 rows and 4 features. Okay. And then we are fitting SGD regressor with max iter 1000, tolerance 0.001, initial learning rate as 0.04, and power and iter no change, validation fraction, and random state 42. This is just initializing this SGD regressor. Then we are fitting this SGD regressor on X and Y. Okay.
Yes.
And then we are printing the coefficients.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
But that
why first option?
Yes, ma'am. Please continue, ma'am.
So why first option? Because we know that we have 4 features, and each feature will have a weight, will have a coefficient. So this first option contains 4 values, which means this can be the correct answer. It's just the way the output is presented to us, array, and then and a list will not be presented. And this is basically the syntax thing. The last these both of these options would match the syntax. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
What problem are you? Okay. Now, okay, answer this question.
Why you will think like that? Because it's
We have NumPy, then SGD regressor. Okay, the same question, the same code snippet with which of the following will be the possible output of reg.score? What should be the answer?
Either first or third.
Okay. What about others?
Yeah, third. Because coefficients cannot be negative.
Third. Okay, so let me tell you, the answer will be error. Okay, so the answer will be the 4th option. It will produce an error because in the end we want the output of reg.score. Okay, score takes 2 parameters, which is the feature matrix and the target vector, but it's not present here, which means that this will give an error, right? We're not talking about the output of this code snippet. We're talking about the output of reg.score. And since there are no parameters here, it will be an error. Let's see the answer.
Ma'am, parameters is not that much like, are you taking a reg.score inside no parameters we are passing? Is it that way?
Yeah, we should be passing in a feature matrix and a target vector to calculate the score. Right?
If I write at the print reg.score, then it will print the answer, right? If I write print reg.score, then it will print the answer, right?
Print.score.
No, reg.score. Print first. Yeah.
Okay. No, reg.score won't print anything. If you write R2 score, see, whatever you're writing, .score will take 2 parameters, one feature matrix and a target vector.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
That
since
is not
it's
there.
not present here, it will give
Then
an
it
error.
will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
So we're done with this paper.
Can you post the link for this paper, man, in chat box?
Okay. Wait a minute. I'll share the link of this Streamlit website, and then I'll let you know the question paper number. Sorry, the ID. This is QPD116 October. Okay.
Yeah, that will be okay.
I'll share it in the chat box.
This will be available on YouTube now later.
Sorry, what?
And is the recording available on YouTube later in YouTube?
Yeah, it will be uploaded. Both of this,
Ma'am, I could also not find yesterday's recording, ma'am.
yeah, we'll be uploading it due to some, like, I also talked about the graded assignment. You were the one who was asking for it,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They are
Yeah, I
uploaded now.
also, yeah, I've informed everything to the instructor, the recording and about the recording and the graded assignment. He'll do it as fast as possible. Okay, I informed him about this.
Ma'am, we would find these recordings on the channel.
Yeah, there's a TA session channel there. There's an Excel sheet provided to you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so there's a channel which contains all the TA sessions for MLP.
Okay.
This Excel sheet we can access from where then? From
Huh?
for the TA session Excel sheet for the links. This TA session is where in the portal can you find the Excel sheet?
You can find it in your like supplement. No, not the supplementary content. Can anyone like guide him, because I don't have the access to it right now to the new course content. So can anyone guide?
Under general instructions and that
Yeah. Okay.
important link.
Sorry. General instructions. General instructions.
And important links. It's there.
I'll also copy this and paste it in the this QPD1 16 October. Okay.
For an M3 is x3 plus greater than xn plus 2, right? M3 is x3 to xn plus 2 divided by the second one, it's correct. But we will not enter the third one, M3 is correct. Similarly, check this one. Every option, what I will do, check that. And let's just
Okay. Let me look at this sheet then.
check it all three. Check the left hand side, check the right hand side, if it's equal, mark it side.
You can find the question papers here. That's what you were talking about.
I should have provided the comment section. Okay, I'll provide this. Yeah. Now.
You are not audible. Is today's session over?
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, so I've shared the link with you, link for the playlist, and we'll be adding both of these sessions, the yesterday one and the today's session. We'll be uploading it here on this playlist. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's it for today's session. We'll be ending the session now. We can leave the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thorough for the exam preparation, just slides, going through the slides of all weeks, will it be okay?
Not just slides. I'll ask you to also go through the documentation.
Yeah. No,
And,
related to the slides, then referring to the documents, right? Whatever
yeah,
in the slides,
yeah.
for more
Like
understanding.
note down all the topics and then refer to the slides first and then the documentation for a thorough understanding.
Like they are asking about syntax and so many things. It's really
Right. Yeah.
we have to
But
memorize a lot.
see, that's not about memorization. That's when we practice a lot. We usually get the intuition of what the correct option should be.
Ma'am, which documentation you are talking about?
SQL and documentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also for pandas also, right?
Not really. We know basic things about pandas. Most probably they'll be asking about SQL only.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this the last session? Do we have any other session?
We have two sessions on Wednesday and Thursday, and then tomorrow there will be an instructor session.
Okay. So your TA session is over today, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.